Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming today. Just kind of like looking at what should we talk about today. The energies. I know I have some few requests from you guys to talk about over topics. I'm thinking that today is very important to looking at something else, something more powerful. Your powers that comes in within you. It doesn't matter if you're light worker, awaken, not awaken, analyze your stories. And I think this is going to be a great video and a great chat for. I don't know if you pay attention within the descriptions below within the video. I did all the abilities. But we have not only abilities, but we also have any issues and a base on this. But we today going to talk about the abilities. Why do you evolve? And what is your power that leads you to this evolution? That is the power of your psyche. The psyche from within you, the spirit within you that leads you to these evolutions. If you pay attention, you're constantly looking for things, constantly looking for situations, for the informations, how to evolve, how to withstand, and everything that goes on. Everything, energies, vibrations, so on and so on and so on. And I was asking a very good question today. Dear, where are you getting this power from? The divine connections between your soul and your psychic powers and abilities to withstand. It is the power within your soul. And we're going to be talking about all this today. So let me recognize the people who came to the chat. And guys, let's get some great chat. How about that? So Christine, Big Dog, Margot, Blue Swan, Lorianne, Arpita. Guys, thank you. Thank you for coming in. You guys very well know I was pulled towards lesson because I'm going through the same thing. A lot of us going through the same thing. If you guys paying attention, we are kind of like um, working with all this alignments, chakras, energies, vibrations, thoughts, communications, situations, relationships, and so on and so on. And your powers within you, though, all comes in there within the powers within your soul, you to overcome things that goes on within your life, things that are depending on what you. I was asked, how come you have all this unlimited psychic power to withstand and all the issues, all the situations, and so on and so on. And I was looking at to this psyche from within me. You need to understand that with the proper situations within a psyche, you available your abilities. With the wrong situations with your psyche, that leads to disorders, it's changes for it. There is a downloads deal. Yes, there is a big deal, big dog. I was gonna call you a big D, but yeah, maybe I should. For it, but you know what, guys, it's so powerful because we are looking at how to turn the one into the others. You, as an awakened person, because I didn't put the title up front about the twin flames, because this is not about twin flames. Not every video it is about twin flames. Not all the situations says they are related to it. They are related to the spirituality. They are related to things. But today we're going to be talking about this: your abilities, to using your abilities from within you, so you can evolve. You can withstand of the energies. You can withstand within life and keep on growing and evolving from within you. And this is why I posted at Facebook, what is your powers? What is your powers within yourself? You need to understand your psyche is going to lead you on these evolutions until you are satisfied with the current state of evolutions that you are. Some of your abilities you may use in it like you may using it as a 100%. Some of the abilities you may using it as a 10%. Whatever your situations might be, the that abilities that you're giving within you, they're yours. They're not somebody else. And that psyche, the power of the psyche, is actually brings that union from within you. That is a looking at what is underdeveloped and looking at what's to be developed within yourself. It's highly responsible for your evolutions. Uh, so, Diamond B, thank you for coming in. Lots of downloads from 5D to 3D rush back and forth like a bouncing back ball to 3D. Yes, the current energies, guys. Oh, oh, yeah. This is like we've been like putting on the barbecue as the shish kebabs. Yeah, tuk 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 tuk, turning it upside down. It's overwhelming, but it's beautiful. Yes, it is. It's beautiful because you can withstand it in this, but it's interesting because you're getting downloads. And the same time, you feel like, but at the same time, like, man, this is just. That's happened because a lot of multitasking is going on right now. And yes, they are not. It's not everyone is on this overwhelming energies. Not everyone. And you're right. You're politically correct, and your energy is correct. As I stated in some of the energies reports, people who done their job, do they have to do it? No, they're just sitting on the site and they're any extra download maybe I can do, maybe I can go sleep, maybe I can go out of the park, maybe go on vacation. I've done my work. I'm okay. So yes, there is, but you need to understand for the people who they are psyche from within. It's like no. You gotta get some more for it. You gotta get more things. Guess what? You keep on going. Next, you keep on going. Next, you guys know all those energies because a lot of the people when they finish their personal things, some of the people they choose to do a collective work. Some of the people they don't do collective work. That is their choice. That is a right to do it. They have the free will to choose or not. And this is why some of the people are feeling like this because if you are connecting within the collective, you came in because of the collective. That is your part of who you are. You can't change what you are. Yes, you can upgrade, you can evolve, but what you came and so on is your destiny. Is your destiny. Either your destiny catches up to you, or you catching up to your destiny, one way or another. And it's all funny because people trying to run away from that destiny. The destiny is catching up to them, and then they're like, "Okay, I, I got it." You know. For so yes, blue swans. Yes, that is the case. For but as Rapita said, Rapita is slightly difficult for me. Suddenly, rush within huge things, but then my guides balancing out. Yes, you have balancing out. You always have a balance. You always have a counterbalance. And that is it within the psyche. The psyche want to see that you're overwhelmed, brings you the peace. When you're so much in peace and you're like you're bored to death, then guess what? You're doing something else. That is the other side of the counterbalance. And with the current process of awakening of the humanity, I decided to post this post about what is your powers. We are being changed with might not to change our essence, but change our ways. Yeah, our ways, actually, the society ways begins to change. If you guys pay attention lately, a lot of the people begin to have one thing. I don't want to have useless conversations. I don't want to be at this work. That to me is useless. I don't do what I'm not supposed to do. I don't feel like I should be here. I feel I should be there. If you're paying on those attentions within, guess what? We are crumbling the old patterns. We crumbling all these situations from within. If you guys remember it, actually, you know what? I gotta bring. Excuse me for a second. Okay. This your psyche actually does manage all this within you. It manages between your lower self and the higher self within you and activates your abilities, your capabilities of everything that you are need to do for. So looking at within your psyche is leading you. But right now, the psyche, like a lot of us, since we're working with the gravitations, have like this fog. Is any of you like the fog? Because I don't. I don't like it. I don't want it. I don't need it. This fog. Tired of this thing. But guess what? We are in a fog time. Might as well enjoy it, doesn't it? So yes. So we are being changed. We might not change our essence, but change. Yes, exactly. Totally deal. Thank you, Blue Swans. Is there a Diana? Is there an end of year type of maintenance work that universe does at the end of the year every year? Yes. That is a actually a very special day. That is the 24th of December. Why is that? Quite powerful personalities is been born around or reborn around these dates uh, for it. It's put into the Egyptian mythology, the Christianity. There is a lot of religious holiday around this date. But that is there about you to sit down within yourself and giving yourself a present of what did you do this year? Do you counting your blessings? Do you counting your learnings? Are you happy of what you did within your life? Not you going to a store and you buy yourself a present or giving yourself present. The present should be humanity, humility, love, nurturing, care, and so on. So during this, the universe is asking you at the end of the year, pretty much, because during these holidays, into the major religions, that's what this is. You see these holidays within, and that's what I said a couple of years back. I was talking about this about Christmas time. What are you thankful for it? And some of the kids during this, which is they were within, they say one thing: we don't want to do a presents, this present stages. We're gonna put it somewhere else. We're gonna lose it, and so on. One is not the money that we are going to spend for this presents. Let's not do it something within the community. And some of the kids that does that, and you're gonna see them around Christmas. And that's what I'm talking about. The psyche from within you is going to lead you within this from within yourself. Uh, I Dara, hi to all. Be brave to be brave. Don't worry. Exactly. Bravery. You have to be brave within yourself. You got a power within yourself. And these powers, where are they coming from? To you. So that's what it is, what it is. So I'm on asking you today is, do you count your blessings? Do you happy for your gifts? Look at them below. One of those gifts, you probably have it. One of those gifts, you may be available within you. One of those gifts you can use from your daily to daily life within yourself. Can you have it all? God forbid, you probably won't be here if you have them all. I'm going to tell you like that because there's going to be, you're going to need a lot of psychic power within yourself that comes from your psyche. But looking at right now, during those foggy times, those downloads, those situations, you're going to need this power of psyche from within you to withstand on all this multitasking that's going on right now. You're all experiencing the multitasking. Yeah, Peter, there's gonna be this situations. Yes, happy but terrified because I can sense negative things as well around each. You're gonna sense the both things right now. Why are you sensing positive and the negative things at the same time right now? We learn it. Don't forget that a few months back we started to learn the principle of the coin, looking at the good and the bad, looking at the lower and the higher realm. We actually begin to practice this. Okay. And you can have the happy and the sad situations, so you can feel the love and also one, but you are living within the truth. You putting and you evolving your powers within yourself. So, Arpita, if you do this, you're on the right track. We're getting more evolved within. And that's what this is. We're getting evolving within. We're evolving the psychic powers within ourselves. Diana, 12th house is in the accumulations of all signs, so it became very significant. Makes sense. The universe will be looking at it of us to see if we evolved. The universe is going to be asking us of things, asking if always. We always work with the universe 24/7. Yes, there is a days that you actually enjoy. So, uh, well, you look at it, this actually diagram, Diana, it is represent pretty much everything. Because if you look at it within your soul, within your mind, it's all pretty much the same situations in there. This is a universal Hermetic principles. It is more about unifications than in the separations. You can't separate the one from another. But you can use it in so many things. You can use it as a soul, as a ego. You can use it as a psychic abilities, and you can use it as a psychic distortions. You can use as a proper energies, or you can use it as a lower energies. You can use it as a higher self. You can use it as a lower self. It is a standard Hermetic diagram. This is actually also represents your lower self, higher self, and your subselves. Those are the things that is within you. So this is not like it's a universal diagram. You can use it in so many things, whatever you want to use it in there. If you've been seen, for example, blowing off a star, it's blowing off of two things. inside of it. So everything it's like the cells, two cells when they're coming, they have a one center, and they're just one nucleus, and then just they separate. The two nuclei separate from each other and then just split, right? And then they become two separate. And then they begin again and again and again. This is a universal principle within the mother nature. Yes, we are all light energy. There is a difference between light energies and depleted energies. Some of the people are depleted energies and they need someone to charge them. It's the same thing like people saying charging your crystals. Hi, Natalia. Thank you for coming in. So, you're welcome, Bruce One. I mean, we're working for a while here. I was looking at these energies today. I'm like, you know what? Let's talk about something more from within us. So, I want to talk to you about something more important here right now. Talking about the energy medicine, the ability to heal with one's own empathic, etheric, astral, mental, or spiritual energy. And that's what we are going to be kind of like focused in the past few months. Its description is a little bit below. And I want to say thank you to the people who actually did that. People who participate, people who heal, people who send energies, people who send me an energy to heal me. I want to say thank you for all of you because that is the one of the primary thing of your psyche. You to restore your energy within. Either you're going to heal yourself by yourself, you're going to get help with others, and so on. And Big Dog, you're totally correct about the energies, and I want to say thank you for helping in this. And you've been doing the right things as well. So I want to say thank you for coming in here at the chat as well. So out of this kind of like astral or mental projections, and so on, I want to talk to you about the psychic surgery, the ability to remove disease or disorder with an over body tissue via energetic incursion and heal immediately afterwards. Some of you maybe have this ability. If you use this ability, guys, I want to say thank you for this. There was something else I wanted to. Um, I want to talk to you about divination, the ability to gain insight into situations using occult lists. What kind of occult things there are from within you? Do you have the divinations within your powers, within your psyche? You may be awakened, you may be a light worker, you working with the light, you working within the self. We need to understand that I was lately listening to Telos One, and she said one thing: the empaths, they're not going where the light is; they go where the crisis, where the dark is, because their primary concern is to protect. So if you feel like a little bit of hurt from the darkness, and you feel within the dark energies or so on, guess what? You actually did perform. You did perform within this work right now, and also you guys deserving a huge thank you. Want to talk to you a little bit of if what is your powers within you. I mean, we have a collective work. That is the energy. We feel the energies here. We feel the energies within the room. I know right now is disturbing within the energies because of the visions are disturbed because of Neptune situations and so on for it. But what are you going to do if you don't have those visions? What are you going to trust within you? You're going to be using extrasensory abilities within yourself from within you to navigate through your using your internal compass, your guts. And your psyche power is going to show you this. Like you came in and you show up, you be here, you so on and so on. All right. Uh, I don't want to talk to you about the clairvoyance. Talking about the dream telepathy, the ability to telepathically communicate with another person through dreams. How many of you have that? Okay, probably most of you. Sometimes you may even daydream it or day connecting through this, but that has a different name. That it's called telepathy. And as you guys see it, that is the ability. The telepathy is the ability to transmit or receive thoughts super naturally. And that's what these dreams, these energies, these situations within yourself helps you to navigate within the new energies that are coming in. But all comes in how powerful and how stable your psyche is from within yourself. How powerful, how strong you are mentally within you. Right now we have a rough situations, but guess what? Some of us are chill out, relax. Some of us feel somebody else's energies. Somebody feels collective energies. Somebody feels downloads. Somebody gets uploading. You guys don't know, but you also do uploads into the universe. Every time you're getting a download, you're actually doing uploads as well. That's mean I did this job. That's how I did it. That's what the information is, and the universe gets that information because somewhere, someone using exactly what you did. And that's going to be somebody else's download. So you guys looking at those two things. Yeah, know. But we need discernment and decipher who what is talking to us back to our inner compass again. Or you will get it. You always get in it. Who is going to talk to us again? You're talking about the third energy. That is a when you are in a soul connections, there is this third energy that navigates the situations. How about you learn how to navigate it? This. How about you become this within you? And during this fogginess, guess what? We are coming together. If you look at the problem of this fogginess these days, and it's going to be for quite a while, maybe like for another 7, 8 days, depends of the side effects and everything. For it, this fogginess is going to go away. We experience this fogginess twice a week, twice a year, pretty much. That is when a Neptune goes retrograde, and then when he goes direct. We had that fogginess before. But our inner compass right now is kind of like not working. This is like your GPS on your phone when you're finding directions and you have no internet. So you're looking at your GPS on your phone and it's like, I don't know where I am. I don't know where to lead you. I show you the road that you passed, and you go in, and you have to know you gotta turn left, right, here, there, and so on. What are you gonna do now? What are you gonna do if you don't have a compass within yourself? What are you gonna do if you have no visions, or you have no situations, and so on? You're going to trust the divine psyche within you, that divinations, to allow that to be blindfolded. You don't have to know and see everything. We're used to it. We always needed like an internal compass to tell us what to do, when to do, and how to do it within this. But not now. So now we are looking at within our psychic abilities to be tested, how are we are going to be navigated as humans. And as you see it, what are you going to do within the fog? You're going to sit down the fog to get lifted, or you're moving through the fog without knowing which is you going to lead. Diana, so I noticed that when I turn my attention to Neptune, Lord Poseidon, etc., water spirits shows gratitude toward them. Forgiveness goes away. Fogginess goes away. Yes, it will. The fogginess is going to get lifted up. Currently, that fogginess is it's coming. It's may God. It all depends of your personal journey. Even right now, I feel it like dense fog, like an energy. But you need to understand that dense fog energies comes in. For example, if you've been looking at like when a building is demolished and then it's a big cloud and you don't see what's going on, what actually happened, you have to wait for the dust to settle. But let me go back a few weeks ago. What happened in there? It's like begin like a few weeks, and then like within a week and a half was very strong. We're talking about the crumbling of the 3D, and that's what we don't see things right now. The 3D is this demolishing. Now everything is dust and a cloud, and nobody knows nothing. And that's what there is. We have to wait a little bit for the dust to settle down. For you have Kristen. I'm in a bad situation with an astral projection. What is your problem with the astral projections? I was talking about that. If you don't have proper situations about the astral projections, you got to be very careful. We'll talk about this before, but let me remind you, astral projections is for those who actually have the gift from within you, and you need to go back within yourself after you leave. Okay, and try not to use the astral projection for pushing your agenda, personal use. And sometimes when you are personal use, you don't know who is waiting for you there. So I don't know what is your situation, Christine. So I don't know, because we need to talk, I believe, more with our spiritual, moral. How do we use these abilities within ourselves? And that is a one thing that the psyche will do within yourself. Your spiritual psyche build up within you. So yes, and if you're in a bad situations of astral projection, what is the astral projection? Astral projections or a mental projections, that is the ability to voluntarily project an astral body or mental body, being associated with out-of-body experience which one's consciousness is felt to temporarily separate from the physical body. But you need to understand within the projections, that is when you go upstairs in the universe and you go to the universe and says like, you know what, I need this person to come up here. We need to talk. That is when the universe is, you tell the universe why and so on, and the universe brings it. But if you do an astral projections directly to the person, You crossing a boundaries there. Okay, talking about these mental projections within the 5D. You bring in the person within the 5D or connect within the 5D. You can have a 5D situations. That's what the presence of the person is within you, within your twin flame. You guys know what I'm talking about because this is a mental, but we have a mental, we have a gravitational projection as well. You can gravitate within somebody's energetic field, your gravity. This is not only an astral or mental projections. We get in a new abilities here, so it's not mine, false. I don't know how to help you, Christine, but you have to look within yourself. What did you do? What is your case? What is your situations in there? So, automatic writing, the ability to draw or write without conscious intent. Does any of you have this ability to automatic writing? I don't know. Is my chat works, guys? Because I had issues with the connections. If anyone can write something, this one. Estoy en la luna de Palita. Remote viewing is another psychic ability. I see things, places I don't understand. What are their thoughts? The remote viewing is actually one of the best tools out there. That's because you are. It's similar as the astral travel. Pretty much is very coming out of this. The remote viewing. This is a one of remotely you view what actually happened. This can be connected to a future, past, or present events. In the past events, that remote viewing, it is like something happened, you did not know nothing about it. And all of a sudden is given it to you. So you need to get the clarity within you. The current present, that is a when you are at the one place and all of a sudden you feel in totally different place. For and the future is that is when you have the premonition. You have the premonition. That's what they're coming on from the remote viewing. Is beautiful. Is great. If you force it, like you want to know things, and you force it towards people and so on, they might feel you, and they're gonna be. You're gonna get feedback if they feel it good or positive. You know, when you are in love and you do the remote viewing, you send them an energies, they feel that love energies, and usually you get text back. I feel you, I love you. How many of you get this text? That's a remote, it's connecting to the remote viewing form. But reviewing the psychic abilities within others, if you get the permission with that person, that is the right thing. If the person tell you, I'm open, come, take a look, not a big deal. Here you go, I'm open for it. But if you access it without you knowing, that is a like you didn't ask permissions to access somebody's information. This is like you invading properties within this. A lot of the people have the gift, but they still not know how to manage it, how to use it. You learn it. Your spiritual moral within you, helping you to navigate those abilities. Okay, but seeing the abilities with others can really helpful because you can tell the people what their abilities are, which is pretty good. Like people who works with energies, they can sense the people who can do a Reiki, for example. I mean, I'm lost on this subject. Super curious and interesting. I see. Okay, so the memory comes when you accept and embrace twin flame, like a super soldier ability. Within the twin flame, it's a little different because the twin flames they using the love. They need that. It's naturally given it within because during the connections with the one person with another, which is again, you can see this for it. Uh, See, it can happening sometimes. You were like, for example, I had situations where I see my hands, but they were in mind. I'm like, what I'm doing? I'm not used to do this. I'm not used to this energy. They're not mine. I'm just looking at it like, what is this? And by energy, they weren't like mine. It was like the connections energy that I feel the same hands. Was awkward, and all of a sudden during this, that the energy match within the hands. It's like, yeah, you're gonna be amazed when you get to this matching energy frequency between the two, when in a soul connection. So it is fascinating. It is fascinating. That's what we're here for, right? To make this world more interesting. Guys, it's going to become more interesting when the people go out on the coffee, not to have a fake conversations, but to have this uh, talks about disabilities of what they did, how the energy was, what the heck happened to it. Can you imagine instead of talking of like, oh, you know what, at this store they selling this, or the guy says like, hey, you know what, these tools they're very good, they're great, or hey, can we go to the football game and so on, and the guy is going to be talking about like, man, there was this powerful energies, there was this, I'm so happy about this energies, we did a great work and we were able to do this and this. Can you imagine how the world will shift? It's coming, and it's coming. I know some of you sensing that. But to first of all, let's get to this folk, guys. Why do we here? Why we are a little different than anybody else out there? Why our communications, our daily talks, our daily chat is different? Why? Why our life is more complete, more interested, more, I don't want to say sophisticated, but it is what it is. Why do we feel different? Why do people feel different than us? How do you like that if the world becomes like that? Diana, if your twin is in 5D or in 3D, then the two share a thought, feeling, and psychic body. That's why it's so sacred. Yes, it is a sacred, but also it's talking about one more thing. The twin flames, they have this. Give me a second. It's kind of like a B location, but it's a little different. Like you're here sitting, but you're also in the connections where your twin flame is. Like you are here, but your energy is also present in the place where they live. So this is how between the 5D and the 3D. But this sharing sometimes within the 3D, when I from 5D go to the 3D, you may be sensing their 3D presence in there, their 3D energy. And that doesn't resonate with your 5D situations. Or when they come within you and your 3D life with a 5D, but you're in your 3D energy, guess what? It's the same thing. So that's what it's required, this balance of union, to be on the 5D at the same time, to be in the 3D at the same time. and so on and so on. Why? Because we embrace the divine within. Yes. This is actually happened like a beautiful tale. Yes. Yes, it is. Tale? Oh, yeah, tale. Okay. As long as not like the tale of the cousin of Harry Potter that they did to him. You know, that uh, cousin of Harry Potter in the very first episode that was there with the pigtail. Just kind of like a trying to make it fun. You know, this one. That was where the Hagrid went out to give the personal invitations to Harry, and it was at this remote location that thinking about nobody, which is that what the normal mind is like. We will go far away, and then nobody's gonna find us. Universe will find you, doesn't matter where you go, and that's what it is. Hagrid shows up, and he was like, "Oh, you eating so much of cake, really? Here is your the pigtail one, since you eating so much." But you know, that should not be used kind of like this energies. Don't use the energies for things like this. But it was funny. So mm, yeah, sometimes we're trying to use the energy for something and so on, but we have a lot of fun with the energies. We're doing it for a good cause. We're doing it for a good things. Sometimes you're just like, this is funny energies. Hmm, what are you doing? Right? And you guys know what I'm talking about, especially when you are in the vibrations of love. And mm, uh, some of you maybe have the mediumship and channeling. That is the ability with spirits or the uploads, the downloads for it. Hopefully, no one of you have a petrification, the power of turning a living being to a stone by looking them in the eye. For uh, that is not a good ability, actually. Some of you have for prophecy situations, the ability to foretell events without using indication or deduction from known facts. Do you think we need to fail self-tactics for our psychic abilities like tarot guides automatically to make sure we're not being tricked by dark forces? Actually, your psyche feels the dark forces from within you. That is your moral, psychological compass, Diana. The psyche from within you can tell you if you've been using your energies, your abilities for dark forces and so on. You may feel it. However, you can be also deceived. Don't forget that the darkness have the deceiving parts. That was a like the emperor was deceiving the Jedi Council. Nobody know he was the emperor until it was already way too late uh, for. So you will see things, but you can't. You know, it was the same thing as Yoda said. The dark side clouds everything, impossible to see what it is. If you watch the movie there, yeah, we are right now in this kind of like woo, fuck. So dark also have ability to erase our memories. Very scary. There is a lot of scary stuff, but people are afraid of one thing the most. It's not that. It's the truth, the absolute truth I'm talking about. So yeah, it's all comes in again with what is your moral compass within your spirituality from within you. You you learn by practice one, practice another things. You're learning, but that moral spiritual psychology is needed. Talk about this, and when you have abilities and when you have situations, how do you use it and what are you using it for? Using for healing, using for upgrading, using for this, or you're on the other side, using it to gain things. Exactly, Diana. The absolute truth is scary. If you have on your soul has been harvested. What do you mean by harvested? I don't know, but people think that when they attach to you, they can harvest your energy, which is they think that this they can do. But there is a depleted battery that wants to come towards you to charge, so it can move on. It can get in. If you look at it, this process, for example, spirits who are not able to get off of this plane here, they still around us and they need energy in order to move up. They need a little bit love. So they come to you and they're kind of like attaching to you and you give them the love and then move up. If you understand and you have the communications in this case, you're doing it good. But when you have a living being who is lazy to do their work, they're attaching to you and now they're your energy, that is a whole another story. Again, uh, Big Dog questions: do you believe in the beginning there was an energy? The energy then become a conscious living entity, is what we call today. Yes, yes. The whole universe, it's a living creature. If you I have to go and be absolutely correct, they already mapped this energy connections for it. Actually, you know what? Let me bring some little visual help on this. So actually, this living organism has its name. It's called Laniakea. That's what they named it for. That's how the universe looks. Actually, I don't know if you guys can see this, but kind of like this. That's because of so much light in here. But if you see it as this light creature and the connections that we have, the Milky Way is right in here. Man, I wish this to be a little bit more proper. But I will give you. I will post that image. I will post it on the Facebook, and you guys can put it from there. You can look at it. There actually was a video about this. It looks like a living organism, and it is because through these energies, for these energies expansions, yes, we are a energy. What do we do? Big Dog actually, I want to really. The creation actually started in the universe. Exactly. And the Big Dog, I want to recognize you for a very high quality questions, and I want to say thank you. Thank you for this. When you look this life of ours, what do? We are consumed, we are produce, we are use, and it's all connecting to the word energy. When you're looking for attentions to someone, you're looking for the energy that you want to get. When you give energy to other person, and that energies come back as a good positive energy, why do you feel so happy? What did you do? You produced energy. What? You did something good, you made somebody happy, the happiness from them came back to you. Where did that energy came from? Came from the universe. The more love you give to the people, the more you're loving your twin flame. If your twin flame loves you back, how much is the level of love within you? Back, not back. Huge. So yes, we are energy. We're working with energy. We are a energy. We are consuming food because the food turns to energy for our body. We are moving through the earth. We getting this temperature that heats the air around, and that way the air moves. So yes. So the energy created from two, it creates a third force. Yes, it is. We talk about that is the field, the gravity field from within the universe. Yes, you're totally correct. Where is my? Where is it? Let me see if it works still. Okay. If you guys remember it. The one person is here, the another person is here. They all both have the energy fields. But if you look at it with between them, that is a combined third energy. So you're totally correct. You know, that's the one person's energy field. That is the other one. So if this person and this person, they have the same flow, so the same flow floats within the third energy. But when the one person, it goes the other directions, the opposite directions. So there is no flow within energy. So all the three energies, in order this to work, this union to work, They all have to have the same directions. You can switch the directions in the points of the needs. That is a directions from positive to negative to the situations that are. So, Detective, hi, how are you? Namaste to you. Thursday, yesterday, and today not functional, but it means you can be, but it means I can be here. I'm glad to see you here. Diana, the energy, yeah. Concerning energy, what we create, books, art, all has its own energy. We're actually putting the knowledge within the books, the energies, the videos, the situations, the talks, and so on. The words. Words are energy. The words are energy. Be careful with the words there. But when you look at it, we are storing that energy within the words. This is why it's so important when you get messages out, you get the messages, the energy stays there within the messages. For whatever the messages are, if they are messages in the good positions, yes. If they are nastygrams, yeah, you're feeling it, right? But what it is about that when you write it, that's what it's the old saying, whatever is written in stone stays forever. Why do we have the oldest readings in this world that were written in stone? Because they can withstand a long period of time. Paper can disintegrate, can fade out what was written on it, right? The papyrus have to be perfectly preserved in order to keep the informations there. But in stones, when it's graved within the stone, it stays for a long time. And that's what the ancients, they knew. Important things have to be written in stone. So, yes, that's what it is. The collective energy of written book or creating post or writing something, it has its own energies within you. Your energies you're putting in there in this writing. Big Dog, it was a download I received. Yes, Big Dog, yeah, that download for the universe's energies, yes. And it's a beautiful download for Alicia. Blessing you. Thank you for coming, Alicia. Like the surround that Jesus had been buried and is supposed to have a healing powers. There is a lot of mysteries around all these situations around Jesus. And some of the things I actually looked through it, some of the energies there do not resonate with all the story. There's been a lot of and so on and so on. It's a lot of unclarity. I don't understand how many, that it was not like even a fully description how he was looked like, how tall he was, or how short he was. I mean, there is like a pictures and so on and so on. There is so much mystery about uh, him. Also, there is a lot of mysteries about between him, Maria Magdalene, and the Last Supper. We're talking about Thomas. Thomas went out to ask Jesus, is like, why does she appearing and teaching us? Who is she to teach us, Master? So there has been a lot of things. It's like, there's some people who unfortunately knows this. The universe knows about this, but I'm not focused too much within this. At some point, I was focused, and at some point, I was like, does it really matter? It happened in the past. Let it go. Supposedly he had a red hair. Many writers stress red hair. Red hair. Funny. The red hair, it's very important. It's like Yeah, supposed to be. Natalia, I used to wake up 3 a.m. and see other timelines. Mostly I can see people in their places, kitchens, which are more advanced. Yeah, sometimes you maybe wake up and you may see things, you may look from it in. Sometimes I have lately it's been kind of like a calm down with all this dreams, with all these situations. Lately it's been only a certain people that are connecting to me. Like this morning, somebody was like, "Wake up, wake up!" I'm like, "What I gotta wake up? Wake up! We need to talk. Wake up!" I'm like, "We need to talk." I'm like, "Who are you? Just wake up!" And guess what? I went to bed like at 2 o'clock in the morning. I was watching a movie, and probably we're talking about five something, seven something. I was like, couldn't get up anymore. We stand on this awake, awake, and I get up. So you will have these experiences because something you have to do. So I'll wake up around, all this time. Can't really figure out when, but it wasn't enough coffee to get me going because I really wanted to sleep. But those awakening between 3 and 5 a.m. and so on, those are the divine times. Those are a divine times within. Uh, so Paulina, hi everyone. Lots of love, John. Late detective. Weird day yesterday, indeed. Detective reminds me of Nick Matua. He say he could admit himself from other times. Oh, yes, Mr. Nick Matula, detective. And other timelines. You need to understand now the timelines are all mixed up because it's crumbling things. And this is like, imagine like you have, mm, for example, you have Netflix, you have a Disney, you have a Hulu, for example. If you guys don't know what this is, those are like a TV provider, internet things, and all of a sudden you open up them all, and they're all playing a different movie, and you mixed up your timelines. You wonder like what movie you should watch. It's like this. So yeah, that's what's mean this other timelines. Sometimes we have another situation, especially right now. These timelines are crumbling because of the old timelines that they're not serving purpose anymore. They're crumbling, and you're like now, like what? Actually, detective, this is not only you. Let me tell you, I believe this is a worldwide event of twin flames reaching out to their counterpart to see how the things are. But guess what? They don't have the balls, the kahunas to tell the truth. Why did they call? Why did they want to reconnect? Why did they want to do this? And guess what? You're feeling it from within you, and it's pissing you off that you are not getting it. That is a fight between Venus and Mars together with Mercury. So yes, now I'm allowed to contact her direct to send her mail, but like not actually addressing anything. And I need the rest blasting her. This was expected actually, these things to happen because Mars is in Gemini. He's pissed. You need to understand. We were talking about the masculine energies. They were fed up. I mean, fed up. They're fed up with this feminine things. Instead of says like, I need you to do this and this for me. They're like creating a different story of what do they need to do. This learning of doing the sneaky way, or they do something and they don't tell you the real reason. They find a different reason. Okay, they did the thing. They healed something, or they did something, or they figured something out. But they tell you, no, I did this because of this, but not because I want us to be together. And you're pissed off because you understand they did the work because they want us to be together. But they're afraid to tell you the truth. Why? Why? Because that's what they are used to it. And now all these energies are like, yeah. So you're not the only one, buddy. It's felt within the air. It's just like, it'll stop. Oh yeah, it will stop. When the universe gets involved, it will stop. At some point, it will. Either it's going to be cut off the connections, or there's going to be a union, one or the other. Or, yeah, yeah. She tell me to scan her mail, and I like, will I take a pic and send it because it's nice, but not putting more effort. Others have told me to just throw away her mail or write doesn't live here and leave it in the box. But I'm trying to stay calm, focus on myself, set boundaries, keep balance, exchange. Exactly. You leave the door open. If they want to talk to you, they want to say something to you, they want to do something within you, you actually work within the universe. You calm down the energies within yourself, you balance them from within, and you keep carry on. You're doing it good from within you. You balance. Okay? You have the boundaries of respect. If your counterpart respecting you, they have to learn and obey the respect. Your question: do you honestly believe in a sort of rush that's coming? I'm not the only one who sensed this. If you guys know me, and guys know the people I'm working with, and that I'm not just sitting here in this chair just talking to you guys. I also communicate with other people to look at the situations. For example, with Petya and Andre, okay, guys, you guys know who they are. You guys know I'm sharing this chat within their group for it, and I'm sharing their videos. We are very good friends, and we talk about this, and we discussing the energies. And during these discussions, guess what? We both know that the energy is going to stabilize around Christmas. How did she know? How did I know? Right? But we knew it from within. So that's what this. Some other people, looking at astrologers are talking about. Okay. So there is a work that needs to be done. But unfortunately, the only person who needs to do the work, they will do it. The energy is going to be there, the environment that it's present, the push is present, everything that it's needed is there. All it needs is one thing: the work. That's why the people who did the work, they feel good. They feel good about it. So yes, it's coming. Everyone is going to get served what they deserved. Um, Question: Paulina asked above, are timelines connected to our other incarnations? Uh, Sorry, I didn't see that, Paulina. I apologize this because the detective was so much, and when I moves the chat, I kind of like a missing thing. I actually missing quite a few of the chat. Um, you actually mixing them within. You can see the other things for the timelines, and the awkward will be when you see things or see energy, and that energy comes the confirmations from within you, then you're like, whoops, why do you feel this weird energy within you? So you guys know when something from your past timeline, it's coming in the same situations in the current timeline. That's what I said. Guys, be careful when you go to regressions therapies and so on. If you need to know something, divine will find a way to give it to you. And that's what this mixed up with the timeline comes in, because you did the same thing, the same situations, the same stuff as in the same timeline. Okay? That's what this is. History repeats itself is the mix of the timelines. You meet the same people, you meet in the same circumstances, you probably had certain things, and that's what this is. Yeah, the idea of the past life regressions, you have to do it only when you need to understand. Don't stay in the past, whatever it is. Because some of the people that I have, some of the people that I talk, they cannot move forward because, oh, you know what? In the past life, I was this, and this, and that's what right now my life sucks. Do you do anything about it? No, I can't, because right now it is because of this past life situations I have to suffer. Really? Where is your attentions? Where your psyche is? Oh, the past life, the past mistakes. It is different from looking at the Akashic records. The Akashic records, those are is like things that you have done, and they will come in and give it to you. It's like you go and ask for informations. The best expression of the Akashic records is actually was explained very well, extremely very well, was explained within the Star Wars movies. When Obi-Wan was trying to, no, I'm sorry, Qui-Gon Jinn was trying to figure it out, this missing planet, and he was looking at for into the Jedi's records of the Jedi Temple, the library, and he was like, "There is supposed to be a star, but it isn't." And he takes this crystal when it puts into the light and it projects in 3D. And asking the young Jedi's there, the kids, where it might be, and that is where the missing gravitation is. That's what your planet will be. That's what you're going to find. He was looking for the planet called Camino. But the whole story in there is that is what the Akashic records. You need to understand the Akashic records. That is the records that whatever you did is written in the stars. Whatever you're going to do is written in the stars. But you can rewrite of your current actions. That's evolution. And sometimes you feel the things that you were supposed to do and didn't did it. You feel guilty. And sometimes you feel that you did things at the right time, at the right moment, at the right place, under the right circumstances. And this is how you're matching your records. Some people, the Akashic records are, I don't know, what are they called? No access. Trying some few people to access my Akashic records. They all said access denied. Not to put myself in there, but since we're talking about the Akashic records, it's connecting with Enoch or Metatron. That is the only one human who was granted that trust from God. He's the one who is writing the book of life, or also known as Akashic records. Lately, we've been talking about this. That is pretty good. If you can do that, that is actually pretty good. I don't have either the idea of things to go there to look at Akashic records. All I'm asking if something has to be given to me as a tool, as information, as anything. All I'm asking is support. So that's all that is. Basically, it is like only in the word I use need. Other than that, I'm not going in there. I'm not looking for somebody else. I'm not interested for who I was, because it's gonna take me the time, the attention, and gonna pull me away from the present. If I can find out who I was, and so on. So, but everyone have access to it. That's their choice. My choice, maybe that's how I am. I didn't want it to know. I believe it's mystery. There was the times when I was going through a psychic readers like crazy. It's like, guys, tell me who I am. And like, no access for you. Guys, can you tell me who I was? And so on. We're looking at, but we cannot tell you. There was a twin flame that I asked. It's like who I am and what it is. It's like, you're not like the others. I'm like, come on. I can't be that special. And there was a time they're like, you know what? Put a 1X in there. Knock that off all of there. I am who I am. It is what it is. I am that I am, right? It's very good chat now. The energy is pretty good. So, yeah. Detective, did I missing some of your writings? Is there anything that was? Fate. The fate. What was your fate? You need to understand currently the fate of belief that you're going to be in the union, fate of belief within your twin flame. Is way down, because there is a huge gap difference between the chasers and the runners. Huge gap in there. There is a I agree that the divine will make what you need to know available to you. Yes, that's what this says. The divine is going to give you the right information, Queen Master. And hopefully a lot of the people understand this. Because people look, because they want to satisfy the egos. They want to satisfy the spiritual ego. Oh, I was like this, I was like that, so I can be having a more power up here, and so on and so on. In the past life, I was like, and so on and so on. And why? What about in a past life we were, for example, Hitler or Mussolini or Stalin or something like that, or Anubis, for example, or any of the gods. So, message retract. What are you guys afraid of messaging for? Come on, face your fears, guys. All right, guys, I'm gonna have some puff with you guys. By the way, the energy is pretty good right now. We still have the fog. I still, if you guys knows me, I know I feel you, but thinking about it like we are in a cage and outside is raining. There is a lot of storm out there, a lot of water, because Neptune decide to pour rains on the world, and we got the big flood, in the earth, and now we are in the cave. And we're sitting there, we're talking, and we're doing okay. Well, the word fate comes from spirit, like the most things in this journey. I don't believe till experience, but I think it still depends on the free will and choices. Yes, fate. What is fate? Faithful. To believe in something without seeing it. So that's okay. That's all right. That's okay. But yeah, the choices, you have the choices within to believe within the faith. Sometimes the faith is the faith, the hope, the belief. All those three combined, they make the love, the wisdom. You gain the wisdom through all this. So yeah, and to the best around you, and ordinary, subtle things with the lovely intentions tried hard and tell to dear. I and Dara, I don't understand that word subtle. Maybe there is something in there. Paulina, sometimes pushing too much leads to asking proper questions and getting answer we're not ready to receive. Prefer to chill out and wait to receive. Yes. Yeah, I got that. Yeah. But that's what they said. If you ask, actually, guys, you need to understand one thing. If you ask questions that is within your mind so much, and that's wondering you and battles you, you should ask the questions because something is connecting and bugs you from within. So don't be afraid to have questions. I mean, the consequences of how you're going to take the answer is totally different, but yes, step by step. Mary, thank you for coming to the chat, and yeah, step by step. It's a nice song. Actually, there's quite a few songs step by step. One of them it's in the Whitney Houston. Christine, thanks to you. You're the best. All right, guys. So let me finish it today talk. Actually, I want to say, first of all, I want to say thank you, guys. Thank you for everything and the support and everything, we're doing okay. We keep doing, we keep on going. I know the things are not. Yeah, but it is what it is. But we're here. That's what it's matter. Together, as a team, we did this in the beginning. We did a lot of things that goes on in the beginning, and I see, and also you see within you how collectively we grow, and we develop these beautiful collective energies here in the present, into now, right here, at this moment, at this time, and that has to be coming in because we have this collective situations within us. And I want to say thank you for keeping this and having a good chat here, guys. All right. So, guys, thank you so much. Thank you for coming in today. And tomorrow we're going to see what we are going to talk about. hold this that goes on. All right, guys. Thank you so much. And be love, guys. Let me give you messages, gifts of love. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. Thank you very much. Okay. Have a good one all.